Hey, American contractors, viewers of the American Contractor Show. I'm here with John Dye at Win the Storm, and I have to tell you, anyone that is associated with American Contractor Show, you are a badass.
Big shout out to American Contractor Show. If you don't know, you definitely need to check out the Storm Summit. They're doing it in excellence. Check them out.
Hey, what's up? This is your friend, Francisco Serrano. If you haven't checked it out, American Contractor Show, YouTube channel, Facebook channel, Twitter, Instagram, all the platforms, you need to go them, like them, start learning about your craft.
Hey, I'm Matt Danskin with Restoration Referral System. Check out the American Contractor Show. The truck that they've got is awesome. Everything else that they have going on.
This is Larry Bache with the Merlin Law Group, helping policyholders for more than 30 years. If you have a claim or your client has a claim that needs help, please feel free to call the Merlin Law Group because we are the true policyholder advocate.
C3 was eager to help us, and even whenever we weren't giving them work, they were still eager to give advice. The things that they were putting out for the pertaining from DMO to RFG and giving that to the industry and not charging anything for it, I thought was really cool. And that's stuff that I as a contractor appreciate. I'd recommend C3 to any contractor that's looking for a PA, especially if you're around Colorado. Great guys, man. I'm nothing but happy with the work they've done for us.
What's up, everybody? I'm meteorologist Andrea Myers, bringing you guys your daily hail forecast. Sponsored as always by C3 Group, Merlin Law Group, and American Contractor. They help make these videos possible, so go ahead and check them out. They are linked in the description below. So for today, we're starting out with our top 10 2021 storms countdown. We are on number 5. So take your guesses, throw in the comments, wherever you guys think is going to be our number 5 storm that we're going to get to. And then actually before that, we're going to do our upcoming events as usual. And then to end the show, we're going into the severe weather chances for the midweek. I'm sure you guys in Oklahoma and Texas are already aware that there's going to be a risk out for Wednesday and Thursday for the Southern Plains and the Mississippi Valley. So we're going to take a look at the where and when of that. So first things first, our upcoming events. So we are currently at Win the Storm. This is going to be today through the 16th. So if you guys are out in the Dallas area, come see us at K. Bailey Hutchinson Convention Center for Win the Storm. We got Justin, Frank, Brandon, a bunch of the guys down there ready to come say hello to you guys for that. And then after, we are going to be going through our 2022 Highway to Hail dates. So we are going to be in Dallas, Denver, Chicago, Nashville, and Orlando throughout the next couple months here all the way through March. So if you guys are in any of those areas in or around, come see us and we're going to talk to you guys about your 2022 hail forecast, what this year is going to look like in terms of severe activity all across the nation. So make sure to come see us at one of those events. Now, into our top 10 severe storms. So I don't know if you guys guessed, it's number 5, December 15th, derecho and tornado outbreaks. So we had this whole swath of crazy winds that went across Kansas, Nebraska, Iowa, Missouri, all the way up through Minnesota and Wisconsin with a band of storms that passed through. And then behind that, not shown here, but behind that, we also had crazy high winds that went through as well. Non-thunderstorm associated wind gusts got up to over 100 miles an hour, but with that storm line, there were frequent wind gusts reported in excess of 90 miles an hour. Plenty of tornadoes, over 50 of those, hurricane force wind gusts. So plenty of damage along that leading edge of that thunderstorm line as it passed through that area. This was the first December derecho in the U.S. ever, caused $1.8 billion in damage. So very destructive event that passed through the Central Plains for our winter months, December 15th with this one. So here's a couple of the pictures of that damage as this passed through the area. We got a tree down here, got some power lines being worked on. And then here you can see some sort of silo, grain bin, shed, or something was just completely torn apart with that band of thunderstorms that passed through. Plenty more like that all the way through, again, Kansas, Nebraska. I know Omaha got hit by this. Kansas City got some severe winds all the way through the central part of Iowa, which really got wrecked with those tornadoes as that passed through. So pretty destructive event, puts that at number 5 for our top 10 severe wind and hail events for last year, 2021. We'll see if we get another derecho this year. We got one in 2010. We got a few in 2010. We got a few last year as well. Both very damaging events. So we'll see what 2022 has in store here. Now for today's weather, not a ton to talk about. Pretty clear and pleasant across the Central Plains and the South here. Oklahoma City, Dallas area should see sunshine and some warm weather for our afternoon. The only really noteworthy weather is going to be the snow that's happening through the Intermountain West here through Montana, Idaho, and Wyoming. Could get a couple inches through those mountain passes affecting your Valentine's Day plans, but really nothing more than that snow to talk about for today. Going to be cool weather across most of the north here, 20 degrees in Fort Wayne, Indiana, 45 in Kansas City here, chilly 14 in Minneapolis. So pretty blustery conditions across the northern part of the U.S. But once we work our way down south, we're getting into the upper 60s through Texas here, 52 in Atlanta, so more pleasant once we get into the southern plains. But it is going to be dry as a bone across most of the U.S., so that's going to limit our hail chances into today. No severe hail expected for today or tomorrow as we wait for that moisture and instability to return through the Central Plains. But spoiler alert, it does. And so by Wednesday, we should start to see some severe weather making its way through the southern plains here. So here's our jet stream that we've got moving through right now. Not a ton going on. If we had a little bit more instability, the shortwave might have been able to do something, but it's just so stable right now. Cool, dry air through the southern plains right now, so not a whole lot of good factors for weather to form through that part of the U.S. for now, but here's what we got by Wednesday by 6 p.m. So this is going to be an evening and overnight event for us here in Oklahoma, Texas, and the Mississippi Valley, so we're going to be on the lookout for that. Okay, but we got this southern plains moisture streaming up through Texas, through Oklahoma, and through the Mississippi Valley for the beginning of the week. That's going to continue to increase. We're looking at higher levels of instability, which we'll take a look at here in a second. And then once we get those conditions right out ahead of this line, this cold front is going to pass through along with that cool, stable, dry air once again. And when we get those two super different air masses colliding, that causes some storms. So that's going to be our 6 p.m. jet stream position, and that's going to continue to make its way through the Mississippi Valley. This is by 12 p.m. Thursday. That cold front is starting to make its way east, and we'll continue to see that just push through the southeast with that dry line, with that cold air stirring up storms on ahead of it. And then this is by Friday at noon. We're going to be back in more stable conditions through the southeast, but we do have a couple of more chances at seeing some troughs swing through over the weekend. So we'll see how much instability return we can get after the midweek here. So this is what we're looking at for our future dew points. This is how much humidity is in the air. That really contributes a lot to air instability if you guys have not heard. So we got this dry line forming through the central and western part of Texas here, through the central and western part of the Oklahoma Panhandle. This is by 9 p.m. Wednesday here. Okay, so we saw that trough starting to make its way through by 6 p.m. and then it's moving into this area of high instability with that super high moisture. That's going to start to push across the Texas and Oklahoma area, and here it is by 6 a.m. Thursday. Already made its way through Texas with those possible severe storms and through Oklahoma with the same. Then it's going to continue to move through the Mississippi Valley and the southeast for Thursday and Friday, making its way off the coast by 6 a.m. Friday. So we could see a long day Thursday and a long night on Wednesday as the system gets started and moves into that unstable atmosphere. Speaking of instability, here's what that cape looks like. So this is far out ahead. We could see some shifts and changes in this as time moves forward, but we're starting to see those low, moderate values making their way through the northern part of Texas and the central part of Oklahoma by the same time that that frontal system is expected to start moving through. So we could see some small hail possible through this area. It's looking like right now, looking like a lot of elevated storms, which just means it gives that hail a lot of time to melt as it reaches the surface. So elevated storms for you guys in Oklahoma, then down in Texas where we get those more moderate values swinging through in instability. We could see some possibilities for some larger hailstones through there, through the DFW area, through Thursday night and into through Wednesday night and into Thursday morning. Then by Thursday afternoon, we're seeing that cape start to increase in its values again through the southern Mississippi Valley, going to continue that way through the southeast through Thursday afternoon, and then by the evening it's going to start to taper off again. So with that peak daytime heating, we could see a couple of shots at severe hailstones through the southeast, as well as through Oklahoma and Texas for Wednesday and Thursday. So all that being said, here's what we've got for our hail risks and our wind risks for that time period. So anywhere from Texas through Oklahoma City area, Arkansas, and the northwestern part of Louisiana could see severe hail, wind, tornadoes. It's all possible right now. We're going to narrow that down for you as we get closer to the day of. But yes, DFW area and OKC, you guys both are in the risk for severe storms for Wednesday night. Then into Thursday, we're going to see that shift east along with that cold front, and then Memphis, Jackson, through Birmingham, Montgomery area, you guys are all going to be in the risk again for all risks, wind, hail, tornadoes, into Thursday morning through the afternoon hours. And then once that sun sets and that system moves off the coast, we should be in the clear for a few days for severe weather. But we are moving back into an active pattern. We saw those troughs that are getting ready to swing through over the weekend. So again, we have to see what that instability return is going to do after the system. We could get a couple of more rounds of severe weather through later this week into early next week. So we're just going to have to keep an eye on it. But that's all we have for now. If you guys want to follow us, you can get us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Hit See First on Facebook so you never miss a live video. And then if you want to get in contact with us, you can call us at 855-334-4245. You can also email us if you would rather at info@hailtrace.com, or check out our website, hailtrace.com, for more details on us. We're going to keep you updated as always, but for now, I'm meteorologist Andrew Myers. Thanks for watching.